Hari Om. We generally ask the question, why balavihar? Why does Chinmaya Mission have this program called balavihar? So, if we understand the word itself as it has been coined, as it has been named, it is balavihar. Bala, the kids. Vihar, a place, a platform for the unfoldment of the hidden talent as well as the great potential in our own kids, in our next generation. Sometimes we tend to mispronounce it and we say it is Balvihar. The moment you say Balvihar, it is a Sanskrit word, or you understand it in Hindi. Bal in Hindi means hair. So, you probably will find people who are bald trying to grow hair, and that also can become Balvihar, but it has to be pronounced right. When we say it is a platform for kids, then it becomes Bala Vihar, Bala or Balaka, wherein it is an opportunity for them to grow and find their potential. Growing up in a Hindu community, growing up as a Hindu, we never found it a necessity to grow in a structured way of understanding our own religion. Usually we learn our religion through the process of osmosis. Whatever the elders have done, we implicitly follow, copy and start living our life accordingly. But when we move away from our roots, away from our culture, away from our traditions into a far away land, whether it be in US or Australia or wherever other than India, we find to find our roots becomes difficult, because the children are growing in two different environments, two different cultures. And what I have observed, these kids, they are pretty ingenious. When they are home, they behave, talk as if they are Indian. When they are out there, they behave as if they are American. And sometimes when I catch these kids talking among themselves, I can't follow their English, because it is a completely an English which is followed by those who have grown up here, born and brought up here in this country. But the moment they turn around and see me, that I am observing them, and they end up talking to me, it is in that typical Indian accented, thick accent English. So, the kids have this capacity to understand both cultures, accommodate to these both cultures and live accordingly. But before they start adjusting and adapting to these two cultures, it is necessary for them to understand where we come from, what our value system is, what our traditions are, customs are, what our religion stands for. Hence, therefore, Gurudev, way back in 1950, when he started this Chinmaya Mission movement, which later assumed the name of Chinmaya Mission, Chinmaya meaning Chit, meaning knowledge, Maya, that which is focused on spreading knowledge. So, in Chinmaya Mission, we take it as our priority to spread the essence of Hindu knowledge to our own fellow Hindus, so that we understand our religion better. So, in the platform of Balavihar, what we focus on is from kindergarten to 12th grade, we have divided the entire Hindu philosophy into nuggets that the kid at that age can grasp, understand, assimilate and practice in their day to day life. Hinduism is so vast that it is not a possibility to probably teach every aspect of Hinduism to the kid. But what we are essentially trying to do is introduce them on the right note, that this is what is Hinduism. Later, whenever their spirituality, whenever their inner calling taps on them, they exactly know where to find, what to find. So, we are like introducing them. I remember when I was introduced to reading a dictionary, it is quite impossible for us to memorize the entire thing, But what we are taught is how to read through the dictionary, how to find the word, how to find its meaning, how to find its synonyms, how to find its antonyms. So, we are taught how to read through a dictionary. Similarly, these 13 years helps the kid to understand the structure of Hinduism, understand the value system, understand where to find for further research and understanding. So, there is an introduction to Hinduism, and these 13 years probably we will not see the impact of what they are learning immediately. When do they see it? My experience with our next generation has taught me that we have to have, as parents, as their well-wishers, have lot of patience, because we cannot see the impact of what they are learning immediately, instantly. Because as long as they are living under your roof, under your protected umbrella, we will not see these value system take an impact and shape their lives. It is when they step out, they have to stand on their own feet, they have to create their own roots. It is at that point that this, what they have learnt in 13 years, forms a beautiful structure in their lives, and I am more than proud to say that these kids take the right course in their life, and that is what Balavihar helps, so that their future is reconciled, comprehensively understood, and majestically lived. We try to invest for our kids, for our next generation, in assets, in stocks, in various things that we think are valuable, so that we not just give them education, but also provide for the rainy days, as they say it. But I think the greatest gift that we can give to our next generation is not as to what they have to think, but rather how they have to think, how they have to structure themselves, how they have to mold themselves, how they can pick themselves up if there is something that overwhelmingly pulls them down. That support system, which can be ingrained in them right since their young age, so that at a later part of their life they unfold to be a great Hindu. But that is not the ideal. The ideal is through these Hindu values they become the best human being, so that they give productive, constructive and positive output, benefiting for themselves as well as for the society. Ano bhadra kratavo yantu vishwatah. May our minds be open to invite all good thoughts from all directions, so that we flourish, and with our growth the entire society benefits. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. May all be happy. May all establish themselves in this peace and happiness. That is the goal, that is the motto. May us as parents lead being the ideal, and may us as the kids learn looking at our ideal and molding our lives. This is the intent of Balavihar. May Gurudev's blessings, may the entire Guru Parampara's blessings in our self unfoldment help us every step of our way. Hari Om Tat Sat.